Breath support on the flute is one of the most important aspects of playing. It serves many important functions, such as having good tuning and a good tone, but most importantly, by learning better breath support as flutists, it gives us much more overall control of our air. Basically, breath support is most important given two conditions, high notes and soft notes. Okay, so you're going to need a lot of support for the softer high notes. So, for example, a passage like that from Ravel. But what part are we actually talking about? We say support. What does that mean, support? Basically, there's a muscle called the diaphragm. It's what goes between your lungs and the rest of your guts, basically. It's what separates your respiratory from the digestive tract and all the other stuff down here around the belly. The easiest way to kind of discover your diaphragm is, and good thing it's YouTube and hopefully you're watching at home alone, but to imitate the sound of a donkey. So, hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw. And as you're doing that, you're going to notice that your belly, when you go, or hee-haw, hee-haw, it's in and it's supported. This would be considered support for that high note, hee. And then ha, the support is let go for the lower note. Okay, so it is important to realize when we start transferring this over to flute playing, the diaphragm, you never tighten it in one position. You're really placing it in a very special spot for each note. And even then, if you play it softer, then you're going to need to support that note more than you normally would. By placing the diaphragm in that upper position, we are creating fast, supported, good air for the higher notes especially. This will make it so the embouchure can be kept much looser and have flexibility, which is extremely important as flutists, is to have the most flexible lips that you can have. Because the last very bit of support after the diaphragm and making sure the air is moving up and there's nothing blocking it, like tightening the neck, which we didn't talk about, but you know, excluding situations like that. Basically, all you have for support is going to be your diaphragm, the constant stream of air, and then you're going to want to keep the lower lip. Like I said in the head joint lesson, you're hanging almost off the head joint. So the lip, the bottom lip, is actually going to be the most, or the last line of support for the air that's going into the flute. So I'm going to just run through some examples, playing on, let's just take a high G. So that's this G with no thumb on in the back. Okay, so let's do it with, this is what it sounds like if you do it with a tight embouchure. So, and no support at all. And you'll also get it to where it'll play both notes at once sometimes. Where it wants to play the D that's below that. So then let's do it the good way with a loose embouchure and support it. All right, hopefully that you can see a difference and hear a difference. So now let's talk about the high notes when they're soft. So let's play this G as soft as I can. Actually, I'm going to switch over to an A because I can play that one softer. So the A that's just above that, this would be trying to play it high and quiet while supported. So it's going to be a little more than the G, especially because we're playing it quiet. And if I just stop here and drop the support, didn't change anything. Automatically made it louder. So by bringing the diaphragm up, then we are keeping that air moving quickly, which you need for the high notes. One easy way to do this is just some octave. Look from the side. All right, so those are a few words about breath support. Just remember, keep that diaphragm up, keep the air moving quick, and what was the last thing? Oh, remember that this lip, holding this lip up, is going to be the last bit of support the air has before entering into the flute. All right, so thank you for watching. And I'm looking forward to making the next video quite soon here.